As you begin to settle in to a state of curiosity, imagining yourself in a world where everything has meaning, but not always the kind you think it does, you start to notice the subtle ways people influence your beliefs and actions. In this world, you might have already felt how your thoughts can be guided, how your beliefs can shift in ways that seem so natural, so effortless, that you might not even recognize the change. It's almost as if the truth you believed to be yours was never truly yours at all. And now, as you reflect on that, you can feel how much more you can learn. Have you ever thought about how your mind sometimes leads you down a path of understanding that feels right? But when you step back, it's as though the pieces don't quite fit together. And in that moment you realize how easily you accepted a belief because it felt good, or because it made sense in the moment. Just like that, you start to feel what it's like to become aware of these influences, and how, just by noticing, you can take back control over what you believe. You know, when you think of energy healers, mystics, and those who offer answers in the form of fake promises or mystical practices, you can sense the subtle ways they create an opening in your mind. They speak in a way that feels familiar, like they understand you. Even though they say things so general, they could apply to anyone. And it's almost as if, by simply pointing to something as simple as a smile, or the way you carry yourself, they plant a seed, a suggestion, that you accept as truth. And in that moment, you might even find yourself thinking, how did they know that about me? But of course they didn't know. They were simply speaking in a way that left room for you to fill in the gaps. So it felt like they'd connected to your innermost self. It's the way your brain loves to make connections, filling in the blanks, where it doesn't have all the answers. It's natural, isn't it? Your mind loves patterns. And when you hear something that fits a pattern you already believe about yourself, then it's easy to accept it without question. This is the magic, so to speak, of cold reading, and the art of offering just enough information to let you do the rest of the work. And once you've filled in the blanks, it's as if the information is no longer a suggestion, but a truth you've always known. Can you imagine how easy it is to fall into this rhythm? What if, for a moment, you paused to wonder why you believe what you believe? In the same way a hypnotist might gently guide your thoughts, ask yourself, how do you know what you know? And just by asking, you start to feel that curiosity awaken inside. A part of you that wants to understand the deeper layers of your thoughts, your beliefs, and the stories you tell yourself. And as you think about the principles that shape your reality, you can almost feel how your brain moves to different levels. How the reptilian brain might trigger an emotional response, leading you to believe something, to feel something, that might not even be based on logic. You've noticed how quickly a feeling can take over, haven't you? One moment you might feel calm, and the next you're reacting to something, anything, to reinforce that emotional state. It's the way your brain gets locked into patterns, even when those patterns might not be serving you. But now, as you focus, you can feel how easy it is to shift, to step back and change the direction of your thoughts. You can almost see yourself moving through those emotions, from one to the next, just by recognizing the underlying patterns that once seemed so overwhelming. And isn't it fascinating how easily we can slip from one emotional state to another? How one simple word, one tone of voice, can take you deeper into a feeling. When someone speaks to you with authority, or uses just the right words, the right pacing, you can feel your mind almost automatically latch onto what they say. Your brain, ever so eager to make sense of the world, fills in the details with its own assumptions, reinforcing the new belief. Perhaps you've noticed how your body responds in these moments too. The subtle tightening of muscles, the shift in posture, the way your breathing changes. These are signs, aren't they? Signs that your mind is being influenced, whether you realize it or not. And now, with this awareness, you can see the patterns, the rhythms, the techniques they use. And you can decide, with full control, how you want to respond. And as you begin to notice the language patterns that shape your thoughts, you can start to feel how easily they can guide your mind. Take, for example, a simple phrase like, "You've always been someone who enjoys new challenges," can unlock a part of you that thrives in the face of new challenges, making it feel as if the idea was always there, just waiting to be realized. You see, when someone frames a suggestion like this, it's not just about the words. They're giving you a sense of identity. You're not just experiencing the idea, you're becoming the idea. And just like that, your mind adopts it as part of who you are, simply because it fits the pattern you already believe. Think of how often you experience this in your own life, where you hear something and without fully realizing it, you accept it, make it part of your reality. This is where influence thrives. Just like the seemingly innocent question, have you ever felt like something was just out of place? Like there was a mystery you couldn't solve? The power of such a question lies in the space it leaves open. Your mind automatically starts to search for answers, looking for that mystery, even when there's nothing concrete to be found. The frame has already been set, and your brain is already working to find a solution. But now, as you reflect on this, you can feel how your awareness of these patterns empowers you. By knowing how language influences, how emotions can be controlled, how beliefs are installed, you can take back control of your own mind. You can choose which beliefs to accept and which ones to discard. In this moment, you might realize you've always had the power to create your own reality, to shape your own beliefs, simply by recognizing how easily they can be influenced. In fact, as you sit with this new awareness, you might begin to notice how, over time, you've been subtly shaping your own world through your thoughts and actions. You see how every choice, every belief, every action has led you to this moment, and you can feel how powerful you are in the process. And now, as you sit with this, feeling this power, you know you can step into the world with a new sense of control, aware of the influence around you, by choosing what to embrace and what to reject. And just like that, your beliefs begin to shift, and with them, your entire world.